Hello everyone and welcome. We're glad you could join us for this on-demand webinar. In this session, we'll walk you through how invoices and commission validations work at Awin. These processes play an important role in keeping your program running smoothly, ensuring your partners are rewarded accurately, and your accounting flows without friction. We know these topics can sometimes feel complex or time-consuming, so our goal is to make everything clear, simple and practical. We'll break down each step, explain what to look out for, and share helpful guidance so you can confidently manage validations and understand how your invoices are generated. So let's get started. Today, we're going to walk you through 3 key areas that are essential to your affiliate program. First, we'll understand how validations at Awin work and learn how to validate them. Secondly, where you can locate invoices and how to generate a report on Awin to show you a breakdown of all the transactions within your invoice. And finally, understanding the payment processes and the risks if invoices are left unpaid. So let's start with understanding validations. One of the most important tasks when managing your affiliate program is validating your transactions. Keeping track of your transactions and when these will auto-approve is vitally important. Sales validations need to be carried out as regularly as possible. Longer validation processes are inevitable in certain situations, but it is important that publishers are paid regularly. Make sure that you're prompt. Faster validation speeds up payments, which is the cornerstone of a healthy affiliate ecosystem, and be transparent. Always provide reasons for declined transactions, as high rejection rates can cause publishers to favour your competitors. Validations are the process advertisers use to review tracked transactions to confirm if they're genuine and commissionable. Within a set time frame, sales are either approved, so commission is paid, or declined if invalid, ensuring affiliates are rewarded fairly and advertisers only pay for genuine transactions. When a customer completes a purchase via an affiliate link, the transaction is tracked in Awin. It initially shows as pending transaction. Advertisers are giving a set time frame linked to their auto-validation period to check whether the transaction is valid. This might include checking if the order was cancelled or returned, if payment was successful, if it meets the program's terms and conditions. Once reviewed, the advertiser updates the status to approved or declined. The auto-validation period is the set number of days after which the pending transactions are automatically approved. If you don't manually approve or decline transactions within this timeframe, they will be auto-approved once the period expires. For example, if your AVP is set to 30 days, a transaction made on the 1st of September will automatically be approved on the 1st of October unless action is taken. We would advise that the time frame aligns with your returns or cancellation period if relevant, and adding 7 additional days as breathing room to be able to process any declined transactions if needed. So for example, if your returns period is 30 days, you'd set your auto validation period to be 37 days. Awin will need to enable this feature for you, as well as make any amends to the period if required. Please note that it is your responsibility to decline any transaction you do not wish to pay commission on ahead of them being auto-approved. Once they are approved, they cannot be reversed. You can't manually change your AVP. If you need to review or adjust it, you will need to contact support. You can check when the next auto-validation occurs within the dashboard view in Classic Awin under the Validation section. This will show the age of the oldest pending commission. You can find the transactions next to auto-validate by navigating to the Commissions section and Validate Pending Transactions page. The pending transactions on this page are sorted by oldest transaction date. Therefore, the transactions at the top of this list will be the next transactions to be auto-approved unless you manually approve or decline them before the auto-validation period. Now, let's move on to how we can validate commissions in the Awin platform. You may notice that we're now using the term commission rather than transactions in New Awin. This is reflected in labels such as review commission payments and commission ID. So why the change? Through extensive user research, including interviews with users both within and outside the industry, as well as usability testing with multiple UI mockups, we observed how customers naturally navigate and interpret the platform. The term commission consistently resonated more clearly with users and better reflected how they think about and manage their payments. As a result, this terminology will be used going forward. In addition to the terminology update, we've also significantly simplified the validation process. In the previous UI, validating transactions often required navigating between 6 or 7 different features. In New Awin, these have been consolidated into one streamlined, unified experience, making commission validation faster, clearer, and more efficient. In New Awin, on the main Review Commissions page, you can review all of your commissions and action those that are pending review. You can search to locate specific commissions and use the event or partner filter to drill down further. Currently, single select validation is only available in New Awin, with multi-select functionality coming soon. To approve or decline commissions one by one, from the drop-down menu on the right-hand side above the table, choose Single Select. Locate the commission payment you want to validate, and then click the tick Approve or X Decline at the end of the row. This is just the beginning of our roadmap for commissions. Over the coming months, we'll continue to expand functionality within this area, including the ability to amend commission details directly. Ultimately, all commission information and actions will be consolidated into a single cohesive page. This marks the first step in what we're building towards a simpler, faster, and more powerful commission management experience. In Classic Awin, the Validate Pending Transactions page allows you to view, filter, approve, and decline pending transactions and their associated commission payments. To validate transactions, you can log into the Awin platform, then select Commission, and then Validate pending transactions. By default, the table shows all the transactions that are not validated. To locate the transaction you want to validate, browse the table or use the search filters. Once you've located the transactions you want to validate, you can then either approve or decline it. Awin Access customers are unable to reverse approved transactions, so approving pending validations must be carried out with care. You can use the Batch Process Commission tool in Classic Awin to approve multiple transactions at once, making it quicker and easier to validate them. Batch updates can be done manually, or you can schedule them to be uploaded automatically at regular intervals by providing a file path and access to your server. Each validation file upload will display in the Batch Process History table. This will show the number of successful and failed transactions within the file upload. Errors will be displayed within a results file you can download, should the file or transactions fail to be processed. If you are unable to self-solve any issues, please contact support or your Awin contact. You're also able to pay a bonus amount to a publisher through your Awin account. You can navigate to Commission and then add Manual Commission. You may consider doing this in return for additional promotion from the publisher. Manual payments also help strengthen partner relationships and offer clarity for ad hoc rewards you may wish to offer partners. The upload can be done either manually or as a batch CSV. We recommend adding as a batch if you have several bonuses you wish to pay. If you do not wish to pay as a batch, instructions and file formats to use can be found when you select the Batch CSV option. All the relevant information regarding the bonus can be inputted on the page below. Please check all fields are correct before submitting the manual commission, as you will not be able to reverse these in the dashboard unless you have them scheduled for a future time. Transaction queries are transactions manually added to the system by publishers when they believe commission has not been tracked or awarded to them correctly. Most commonly, these are raised by customer-facing publishers, including cashback and loyalty partners, but any publisher can raise a transaction query. A transaction query, when raised, will be found under Commission and Validate Pending Transaction Queries, separate from where your transactions track. It's important that you review these in the same way you process your transactions in Validate Pending Transactions area. Transaction queries will be automatically approved after 75 days of being raised into your account if you do not review them. There are 3 types of transaction queries and circumstances as to why these are raised. Untracked, the publisher has not seen the sale track within their pending transactions. Incorrect, a publisher wants to dispute the commission amount. And declined, the original pending transaction has been declined. However, the publisher would like to dispute this and to review as they believe it to be a valid transaction. So you might be wondering how you can make the validation process quicker and easier for you. The following slides go over some time-saving tips for validations. Using an e-commerce plugin like Shopify, WooCommerce or Magento can save valuable time by automating the transaction approval process. This means no more manual checks. Everything happens automatically, letting you focus on other tasks. The best part is you're still in control. You can set your own rules and ensure everything aligns with your program's needs while the system handles the routine work. It's a simple way to improve efficiency without losing control over your program. Order auto-validation in these plugins has been designed to streamline and optimize the validation of customer orders, saving you time and helping you to avoid manual errors. It also creates predictable partner payments, boosting your partner relationships. By automating the order validation process, you can ensure a smooth and efficient experience for both your team and your publishers. Zapier is an easy-to-use automation platform that enables you to link different platforms and automate workflows. It allows you to connect your favorite apps like Microsoft Office, Shopify, Google Sheets, Slack, and many more with Awin to use triggers from one platform to perform actions in another. Zapier is a web-based service that allows both advertisers and publishers to connect different apps and create automated workflows without the need for a developer to code. You can use Zapier to automate tasks that are repetitive, time-consuming, or prone to human error, such as validating transactions. You can use Zapier to connect with your Awin account and popular e-commerce platforms and administrative applications like Excel and receive any new Awin tracked transactions as a trigger. You can then validate these transactions using Awin transaction IDs or order reference as an action. The key benefits of using Zapier to automate your workflows are a quicker validation process. Publishers get paid quicker by having automated processes in place for validation. More integration options. Advertisers and publishers can connect their Awin account with over 5,000 apps and platforms supported by Zapier, and more customization and flexibility. Advertisers and publishers can create their own workflows and rules based on their specific needs and preferences. Zapier is only available for Awin Accelerate or Awin Advanced Platform plans. Please contact support to discuss upgrading your plan if you'd like access to this tool. You can use our API to validate transactions, which can mean that approved, declined, and amended transactions can be processed simultaneously through this API setup. To access any of Awin's APIs, you will need an identification token. This can be found in your Awin account. If you hover over your username in the top right-hand side of the screen, then a menu will appear. Click API Credentials. You will need to enter your password to view your API token. This will then need to be shared with the technical team, who will then be setting up the API. The Advertiser API is available for Awin Accelerate and Awin Advanced Platform plans as default. Awin Access accounts may use the API if an account user is listed on more than one Awin program, regardless of plan. Users on the Awin Access Plan with one Awin program looking to set up this API call, please contact support to discuss upgrading your plan to Accelerate or Awin Advanced. So now we've spoken about validations and their importance, let's move on to understanding how invoices and payments work on your program. Let's walk you through how you can access and manage your invoices directly within the Awin platform. To access all billing documents, head to Account and then Billing, and then select Invoice History. From this page, you can view and download all your billing documents, including invoices, directly as PDF files. The Invoice History page gives you a complete overview of all billing documents generated since January the 1st, 2023. This includes invoices, prepayment requests, credit notes. The page refreshes twice a day, so you're always seeing the most up-to-date billing information available. One of the key features of the Invoice History page is that all the documents are downloadable as PDFs. That means invoices, prepayment requests, and credit notes can be downloaded instantly. There's no need to wait for email attachments. It's important to note that to download any billing documents, you will need to have two-step verification enabled on your account. This extra layer of security helps protect your financial data and ensures secure access to sensitive information. To help you quickly find what you need, the Invoice History page includes efficient filtering options. You can filter documents by billing period, payment status, and total amount. This makes it much easier to locate specific invoices, even if you're working with a large billing history. For security reasons, access to the Invoice History page is restricted. Only users with owner or admin permissions can view this section, helping ensure that your financial information remains protected. In addition to being available in the platform, invoices are also emailed as PDF attachments. These emails are sent to the invoicing contact listed in your original application form or contract. It's worth noting that any changes made to a company or contact details within the Awin platform will not automatically update the invoice recipient details. If you need to update your invoice details or change who receives invoice emails, you'll need to take an extra step. Please contact your Awin point of contact or submit a request through our support channels to make these updates. When receiving your affiliate program's invoice, it's important to be aware of all the elements that make this up and the charges that apply. A standard Awin invoice is typically broken down into the below 6 sections. Validated commissions. This is the total amount of commissions that have been validated or approved on your account during the invoicing period. Network fee or tracking fee. This is the charge that is taken by Awin as a percentage of the commission or sales value. The percentage network or tracking fee you pay will be detailed in your advertiser contract or agreement. A monthly platform fee. The monthly platform offer fee is the fixed fee that is paid to Awin each month. If you're invoiced twice monthly, this fee will only be applied to the invoice covering the second half of the month. Net. The net is the total value of the validated commission and the network tracking fee combined. VAT. This is applied at a rate of 20% to the net value. And total payable. The total payable is the net value with VAT added on top. This is the total amount that needs to be paid to settle the invoice. This is an example of what your invoice might look like. Highlighted in red are those areas that we have just spoken about. If you are invoiced twice monthly, the platform offer fee will only be applied to the invoice covering the second half of the month. As you will know, we operate 2 invoice frequencies for advertisers. Twice monthly is standard. The period invoices are as follows: the 1st to the 15th of the month and the 16th to the 30th or the 31st of the month. Please note that twice monthly invoicing is only available for programs running on post-payment, not prepayment. Once monthly is not common for access advertisers, but more commonly seen with essential clients. You can check how much you'll be invoiced or check what transactions you have been charged by using the transactions report under the report section in the Awin platform. Awin only charges for approved transactions within the time period specified on your invoice. To create a transaction report to match your invoice totals, you will need to go to the transactions report under the report section in the Awin platform. The really important bit here is to apply the correct filters. Select the date range to match your invoice period, for example, the 1st to the 15th of the month. Use the validation date as the basis for the report and set the transaction status filter to approved. This will show all publisher commissions approved and included in your invoice. The report will also display the network fee charged per transaction. You can review or download the report. Scroll to the bottom of the page to view the grand totals. To export the report, click Options and choose Download as CSV or Excel. By following these steps, you'll be able to reconcile your invoice totals with the approved transactions for that period. To check whether the costs on the invoice are correct, you should use a transaction report and apply the correct filters. So now we've spoken about validation and invoices, let's move on to how payments work for your program. There are three main payment types available with Awin. We have direct debit, which is automated, bank transfer, which is manual, and card for ShareASale customers only. As well as different payment types, we also have some different payment solutions like post-invoice and prepayment and top-up. So let's take a look at post-payment. This payment option is where the advertiser runs activity first, tracking sales, commissions and platform fees, and then Awin issues an invoice. The advertiser pays the invoice later based on agreed payment terms, for example 14 or 30 days. This contrasts with prepayment, where funds must be deposited before any activity can run. This payment option is available for Accelerate and Advanced customers only. If you are on a prepayment model, you can manage your Awin prepayment settings and top-up processes on the Awin platform. You will fund your account, and when you have completed your validations, the correct payment amount will be deducted from your account balance. And now we move on to the prepayment and top-up process for our ShareASale clients. You can view your available account balance at any time on the Awin platform. It reflects a real-time forecasted balance based on current tracking and transactions. You can go to Account, Billing and Prepayment settings. For a full transaction record, use the Account Balance page under Accounts and Billing, previously known as the Ledger report in ShareASale. So let's move on to account restrictions. The Awin traffic light system, also known as the payment status or payment level, indicates how quickly your publishers will be paid for the commissions they earn through your program. This status is crucial for publishers when deciding whether to join your affiliate program and promote your business, as it indicates how quickly they can expect payment for the sales they generate. So what do the traffic light categories mean? The system is divided into three statuses. Green means good standing, you are within your credit limit and approved commissions are paid in full on the next payment run. Amber, there are delayed payments, you are outside of your payment terms or you are exceeding your credit limit. And red, at risk, this indicates excessive and long-term unpaid debt. Approved commissions are paid to the publisher only when all overdue invoices are settled within Awin. Account restrictions are put on advertisers' accounts when the traffic light status is red to limit potential risks to Awin and its publishers when invoices are overdue. When an account is restricted, it means auto-validation is switched off and transactions can no longer be validated to prevent further commission approvals whilst invoices are overdue on the program. Awin will only ever apply account restrictions if there are outstanding invoices on the account which are past the contractual payment period, which can be found within your advertiser contract. The restrictions will be removed once the outstanding balance has been cleared from the account. Before any restrictions are put in place, the Awin Credit Control team will be in contact to inform an advertiser that invoices are overdue on the programme and which invoices need to be paid to avoid restrictions being implemented. An offline account is an advertiser account that is not actively running on the Awin network, where their link status moved from online active or offline inaction based on account's available balance. When your balance falls below 0, link status switches to offline, and all tracking links redirects to the publisher defined fallback URLs. While offline, tracking does not run, publishers cannot promote the program, no new transactions or commissions are generated. This status is usually temporary, unless the account is being closed permanently. Accounts are taken offline when there is no available balance or unpaid invoices. Negative account balance, missed direct debit collection, and invoices overdue on post-payment accounts. When link status is offline, an email is sent to the advertiser prompting them to add funds. Once funds are restored and balance is positive, your affiliate links resume as normal. No manual reset is required. Link status is only available for advertisers who have migrated from Share a Sale to Awin and are using the new prepayment model. And that concludes this on-demand webinar on invoices, payments and validations. We really hope it's been a useful tool for you to come to and view. If you have any further questions, please ensure you take a look at our help centre. Remember, you can ask Ava at any time, or please ensure you ask either your dedicated Awin contact or ask support via the UI. Thank you again.